Hey, Vic, I've been going over some of
The supervillain versus the gold digger. Doom, mild-mannered old nigga. Supporter for the daily blues. Reporter for the jewel drop news. Pop is rarely jewels. The world-renowned master of word game. Who lay low sometime behind iceberg nerd frame. They heard the name, but just couldn't quite place the rep if they retrace their steps. Next step, who to give thanks to? Realize the prankster who tried to test the gangster. The last thing I saw was a potato from the lone NATO who hosts his own late show. Keep a low lab with Monster Allen like Seinfeld. White wine clientele connected like mind melts. I can tell they see the styles as too tricky. They too picky. On this microphone, dude, hickey is MF. Monday through Friday, get money. Saturday through Sunday, the Brown Al Monday. Waiting for the shit to kick in as the plot thicken. He wrote these rhymes in 3D with red and blue Big pen. To the chicken, only hoes who say let me hold them. Take them in their mouth while he's semi-swollen, semicolon. I told him birds will do a nigga brutal. I'm not using this noodle. F up and get bamboozled. You usually wanna open her up. Throw her brains back, dope her up, or rope her to the train tracks. Or even choke until she collapsed. Instead of poking with the word and tell her be good. He could take a phrase like G the Piper, pick a pepper, and put it where he couldn't peep the sniper. Sick a rapper, nick a copper, stick a chick proper. Double platter, open soap opera watchers, gossipers on top of her. I keep forgetting, can't go raw anymore. I keep forgetting, rappers is impossible. Been a showstopper since a hoe hopper. Never came second place in the neck and neck race. To the neck and face who want to battle, bring the neck brace. We supply the insult to injury. Whoever in the industry getting money is too stingy. Violating, might as well smoke me low. Relocate, migrate, or get caught with the okey doke. It's guaranteed your last step. Step to me with the Uzi. Watch that first step, it's a doozy. Time flies as the hourglass triple sand. One last thing before I blow this popsicle stand. A Rolling Stone and that's that. At home on the microphone like that's where he laid his hat at. Keep making dough. I keep forgetting. Mad flow. Metal face hold. I keep forgetting. Tax stacks show. I keep forgetting. Worldwide across the globe. Let the beat rock.
When you write, Testing. We got it. On the clear. Okay. Okay. University I kick lights. Biblical, Hebrew, FBA. Neo Melon Carbonite. I just can't help myself. Today's video we're gonna talk about is about Cat Williams. He sacrificed Reggie Carroll, and I thought Cat Williams was the truth teller, all too Travis, because he was exposing the mansion parties, and Nick, come here. You see two guys. Is that Professor Ogilvy? He came out the closet. He came out the closet. Oh my God. He come out the closet. He come out the closet. Then he was talking about Diddy and Jermaine Dupri and about Hollywood, how they mistreat us so-called black people, that we don't get that amount. And he'd been arrested numerous times because he was exposing the truth. Yash Kara had exposed Cat Williams because Cat Williams is a Freemason. Never meet your heroes. That's the first thing, because you never know how unpredictable they are, because they sign up and made an impact, a Fijian bargain with Lucy the goat in the Baphomet. Okay, can't believe Cat Williams sacrificed his friend Reggie Carroll, and I know Monique is involved because he spills truth. Okay, let's do this. Let me stop share screen this. Yeah, he sacrificed Reggie Carroll, and he was touring with Cat Williams. He's a tall, big dude. He's about 6'8", 285 pounds. Can't believe it. I'm telling you, man. Cat Williams been to deceive us. If you look at that necklace he was wearing, that compass necklace he been wearing at the Shannon show, Shannon Shop show, that tells you right in front of our faces he's bowed down with the elites. He served the elites. He's a service to them. I'm just keeping it a buck. That's who he pledged his allegiance to. And remember, Cat Williams was wearing the eyes, the demonic eye. You know that was always before they took it. And yeah, I returned the citation. I picked 3, deny, and request a hearing because I hope it doesn't backfire because I got stopped by Mr. Sheriff Police and a few others on Monday. That was 3 days ago for failure to pay and gave us like citations and stuff. Okay, let's do this again and again and again. See, you're the one. See, you're the one that made the deal with the devil. You're the one that sacrificed Reggie. It was you. Yeah, it was you. And Monique is involved. Yeah, she's the accomplice. It was you. You benefit the. And you had exposed. I thought you was truth teller. We already know because you had deceived and fooled the audience. And I want to ask, you did something at the mansion party to get a movie deal? Do you like move scratch do that I do yeah from Little Brown? I don't know because we've been victims. So comedian Reggie Carroll was fairly shot in Mississippi, and you know that took place over at Cat Williams' house outside. So Cat Williams, he's crying like a mouse. All that talk you did, exposing the industry, and you don't have nothing to say about your boy got shot because you're guilty as you made this. You made the deal. You going up. I knew something. I knew my spirit. I knew the necklace, the cape. Oh, Yas Carroll, yes. Terrell Williams has been arrested in connection with the comedian shooting. Terrell Williams, Tornell is Cat Williams' nephew in the connection with the comedian shooting. So Terrell Williams is the fall guy. So you sacrifice your nephew as him being a fall guy. Wow, I can't believe it. All that truth telling was talking about. Williams has been inferred by several people as an employee of Cat Williams, with who Carroll has been on a tour with. Yeah, he was touring Cat Williams. The man arrested in connection with the failed shooting of comedian Reginald Reggie Carroll was probably an employee of fellow comedian, Cat Williams, filed several reports. He was the fall guy. His nephew, Tornell Williams, the fall guy. Carroll was shot on Wednesday, August the 20th. Wait. That was last Wednesday, wasn't it? At South Haven, Mississippi. The South Haven Police Department SPD said in a statement last week authorities publicly announced a man has been charged for the murder, but did not name him in the statement. That was his nephew. You made him the fall guy. I'm telling you, man, never trust celebrities. They talk all this truth, but they with the devil. They did a bargain. They made an impact. Okay, you know how the industry goes. They made that deal. Once you sell out, you would never get yourself back. Never, because you sold out and you took an oath. Come on now. He had fooled everybody. Cat Williams, are you going to talk about how you sacrificed Reggie? I guess you're not. No, I take that back. You're not going to talk about it. You ain't going to talk about how you sacrificed Reggie to get a new movie or a new movie that's worth millions of dollars. You definitely gonna talk about how you sacrificed Reggie because you made the deal. You made the Fijian bargain. you know. Then talk about how you also um, use your nephew Terrell as the fall guy. Oh, you're not gonna talk about that. That's right. You gotta keep him because the Elise told you. Uh huh. Oh, all this talk. I thought you was hard. I thought you was hard. I thought you was all tough. But I was wrong. Everybody is wrong. You ain't tough. You definitely ain't tough. You know. So this has been confirmed that we saw Fox 13 WREG in the Los Angeles Times report. Several outlets bill his first name as Terrell. SPD did not immediately respond to people's requests for clarification. Something just came up, but I gotta hold that thought. I may change the title. According to several sources familiar with the incident, the suspect was reportedly an employee of comedian Katt Williams, WJTV Fox 13 WREG report. Terrell reportees were for security for Katt outlets. People has reached out to Katt's representatives for comments. Wow, I can't believe this. And he did not do it. My Peter Glad, my third eye, saying that he's not the shooter. He's the fall guy. Being the shooter, which he's not. Come on, man. You want to keep your stratus. Come on. I can't even listen to the word that Katt is saying. You know, you made that deal. You can't get out that deal. They know what they watch you. They know what you be thinking. I know. Ask your Carroll. Okay. Because he is the fall guy. This is the fall guy. This is Captain F. He is the fall guy. See, it gotta be some police that did this. I know. That's why I'm not in Hollywood anymore. Meanwhile, because they do some weird things. You know, the incident where the shooting occurred listed as Terrell, last known address, Fox 13 before Carroll was recently part of Cat Heaven on Earth Comedy Report Fox 13. WREG and WJTV. In addition to comedy, Carroll on several television credits over the years, namely a 2000 episode of the Friday series Showtime at 8 Apollo. Want to keep up with the latest content? Sign up for People's Free True Crime Letter for breaking news on ongoing trial covers and details in general unsolved cases. A motive for the shooting has not been revealed. It wasn't revealed. Terrell has entered pleas or retained an attorney to speak on his behalf. This is what they do, man. This is what they freaking do. You have to make the deal, and you have to find a fall guy. We need a fall guy as the alleged shooter so we can get this freaking money, so you can keep your fame, fortune, and success. This is what they do. This is what they do. Can't believe you. Ari been losing Cat respect. I ain't talking about the characters that he play on Friday, scary movies. I'm talking about the real like Cat Williams. I lost respect for that man. That guy is a false. What was it? No. He's a false truth teller. Oh wait, Cat. You took a picture of the Dave Chappelle. That's a clone. Why you did not talk about that? Why you didn't talk about, oh, this is not the real Dave Chappelle. That's a clone. Why you didn't talk about that? What about Martin Lawrence? That's not the real Martin Lawrence. You ain't talk about Martin Lawrence as a clone. Because there are clones in Hollywood and Mainward, and there are body doubles. They are doppelgangers, and they are crisis actors and actresses. Come on now. That compass chain shows it. You bow down to Tiffany Haddish. Come on now. Can't believe you set your own nephew up, yo. I don't know what to tell you. Telling the truth, spilling the beans. You talk about meat cloning meat. You did talk about that, but you even talking about how they get replaced and cloned. Oh, I never hear you talking about NK Ultra. I never hear you talking about no NK Ultra and how it affects the subconscious minds. Talking all that. I thought you was real. That's right. You was never real. You was never real to begin with. You ain't real. You're fake. Once you in Hollywood or anywhere, you cannot be real. Ask Aaron the plumber. You cannot be real. You have to fake the funk. They don't like the and I said this before, the real people that they hate the most is so-called black people. I am not lying. I am being real right here. If so-called black people get real, oh, that's a problem. We cannot let them be undefeated. Farouk Ahmed Johnson and Godfrey, and I heard about that. I'm going to be off topic. I heard that they want to break up um, Ahmed Johnson from the Nation of Domination because they knew that they was going to remain undefeated. I heard about he didn't get it. We tried hell. I heard about that. But when you put Ahmed Johnson, oh, they will have a problem. Oh, they getting too blacker. Oh, no, we got to do this quickly. The hurt business the same way. You know, I thought you were strong. I thought you were strong. Like, I thought you were strong, but the whole time you was playing both sides. You did play both sides, which you did, which I admit. But this, yeah, the second topic, huh? Yeah, Terrell, the murder suspect, 52, in the first production. He was on the Kings of Colony, Knockout Kings of Colony, the Parkers, and Monique. Well, I know you was involved, talking all that truth. I already heard what Gerald, and yes, I was friends with your sister when I had my own Facebook account. Oh yeah, because Monique is in it too, and I wondered if Monique had sacrificed both of her parents, because they were on Oprah before, and they was like supporting Gerald, because Gerald. Oh, I had Gerald before, Monique's older brother, and I heard some things about Gerald that he been there and done that, you know. Okay. I let me stop. Let me close this. Shoot, my bad. Yeah, I gotta turn the volume loud because my ear. see.
We're gonna talk about houses that are said to be used.
Forget Zoom, forget online courses. Passively. While
That's better. Last week in Mississippi, millions merchandise. We already know this was on Wednesday, August the 20th, which was last week. Burton Lane.
So let's go ahead and look at
That
this.
was in South Haven, Mississippi, and he went to the hospital in Memphis. So they not apart because there is a Memphis, Arkansas. To each other in the industry. See, kinfolk expose cat wounds. We kinfolk,
Here's something
the
that
truth teller.
has been happening ever since medieval. Jester. The jesters.
The jesters. The jesters were often allowed a unique feature known as justice privilege to speak freely and critique political figures on our court decision without fear of punishment. This immunity allows them to provide from social commentary using the humor of challenge, authority, and offer different perspectives. However, the privilege was absolute during the Restoration period in the 1660s. The role of the justice began to decline. Monarchy took a more cautious approach to public image, making justers less welcome. Wow, the justice, the elites, and they're nothing but crackers. Currently, opponents will be dangerous. We've seen the movie Murder by Numbers, and this is the movie number 23. Sparrow, owner 110, reduction 38, reverse 79, reverse reduction 43. Spiral 110. Murder, like I said, murder by numbers. This is like a ritual thing. Criminal show. Yeah, Socials Mandel had talked about this because the movie shows the truth, how you being monitored because you got people that's close to you that watch every move you make. See, they do this in Hollywood. See, he's with the Brotherhood. Hold on. Pay it. Wait. Let me go. You see this right here? You see this? You see? You see this? He's wearing the Illuminati symbol. You know that purple hat he's wearing? He's with those people. Pay attention. I'm circling right here. That triangle in the eye, that was ours to begin with. He's supposed to know that. That's the Illuminati symbolism. He's a puppet for the Illuminati. And I hate to say this, but the Illuminati sees Cat Williams and other so-called black celebrities as niggers. Niggers. That's what they see. Niggers. That's what they see. On 42. That's what they see. You are a nigger to them. They don't want you to be above them. You see, we gotta control these niggers. They can't get shit. They can't get. That's what they do. Come on, man. He's a nigger puppet to them. See, you see this? That's what he represents. You see, that's a false. That's a false truth teller.
Look at this hat that he's wearing.
Come on.
He's showing his allegiance to the
Don't
Black
worry
Power.
about the Nike, that purple pinkish collar shirt. That's not my concern. But my concern is this. That's my freaking concern. Even Can folks had
If you can't see
exposed the purple hat he's. I think it's a plum hat. It's plum. It ain't purple. It's a plum hat. Wow, cat.
a year ago in August,
Wow. I can't believe I said this, but wow.
night, the master that he served privileges
How
him
long have you been selling your
every
soul?
single every night when Jim Carrey and he just being silly. But he
Jim,
kept telling people to stay woke. He kept look at him.
see, that's what they do. This is what they do.
Look at him become the
They
master
have to
teacher.
show the allegiance. He's making a model, but you have to show the, yeah, allegiance. See,
We was just talking about the body
50110.
snatchers. It was
See, you, the suspect, Cat Williams, Monique is the accomplice.
and we even and he died August 20th.
September 2nd, 1971 to Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. 197,011 days. Wow. So he was 52.
I'm 53 in numerology.
Because he will be 53
You're right.
like a few days from now.
Right?
50 weeks, September 2nd, 50 weeks and 2 days.
Like you said, you're 25.
Oh no, 38, 2, reduction 22, with first 97, 7, with the first reduction 25, 7, Latin 118, 1. Death equals 38, so called death.
Like you're 52.
See the numbers? 9 plus 2 plus 20 plus 24, 55. 9 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, 19. 9 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, 19. 9 plus 2 plus 24, 35. 9 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4, 17. Day of the year, September 2nd, 246. Days left in the year, 120. 8 plus 20 plus 20 plus 25, 72. 8 plus 20 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, 37. 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, 19. 8 plus 28 plus 25, 53. 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, 17. Day of the year, August 20th, 232. Days left in the year, 133. Death, tarot,
The death card is number 5.
demonic, death tarot. And it's part of Jamatra.
And this big Cat Williams business that just got shut down.
You see these numbers, pay attention. Because 8 plus 20, 28, 8 plus 2 plus 7 plus 20 plus 20, 55. 13 days.
The security guard, Ternell Marquise Williams.
See, his name is on Jamatra. Uno, reduction, reverse reduction, Latin, EHP, exception, 287, 107, 134, 145, 18, 34, 7, 199, 1. Ternell Marquise Williams, 20, 18, 5, 14, 5, 12, 12, 86, 13, 1, 18, 17, 21, 9, 19, 5, 103, 23, 9, 12, 12, 9, 1, 13, 19, 98, 280, 287, excuse me.
Oh, we got 144 for Williams, and then the security
Williams,
guard,
98.
this guy, Apollo, from the Jesuit Pope.
Judgment order. That's who you bow down to. On Catwings and Mooney. Mooney, I never hear you talking about your mantra and human cloning.
With Superstar Funny Man, Superstar Jester. Y'all know what I'm
Mm-mm-mm.
talking about.
I'm gonna show you. I think 3 o'clock. That's when I'm gonna do the second topic. Oh shoot, my bad. Damn. Because I did expose this before and I put it on TikTok a few years back. It was 2023. See this? Do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see this? This, don't you see that suspicious by Umar Johnson? See? You see this? You see this? You see the Damara. That's a deity. You see this? Now you see this? The will of the law. Dharma chakra is the single most important symbol of the Buddhism, denoted the Buddhist first sermon in the forest at Suniva. Wow, that medallion, that medallion was ours. Because the original Buddhist is a so-called black man, an Asiatic so-called black man. You see this? Because if you look at the one way back when, that wasn't freaking demonic. You had to read between the lines and decode it. This right here was ours. It was ours, but it ain't demonic before they made it demonic. You have to pay attention to these things. They made it so demonic. You have to pay attention. You pay attention to these things. You see secret Hollywood mansion parties. You see this? The G, the Illuminati, the skulls and bones, skulls and crossbones. Their number 322, 322, 322. That G, that Freemason G, that represents their God. And Apology's song, Gold, Oil, and Drugs. You can say, oh, Gematria, but that's what they represent. Come on. The one CNI, ours. Everything, the 2 out of 3 was ours, but that we did not make this demonic. We did not make this evil. This is evil, the skulls and crossbones, just like the other 2. Come on, we seen it. We see different logos, and you exposing the secret Hollywood mansion parties, but you, decades later, you made a sacrifice. Eyes wide shut. This is what Oscar Wilde was talking about. This is what he was talking about. You see this? He wore the Freemasonry Illuminati cape to represent. Cat Williams got scared of the Cat Williams got scared of the Illuminati and sold his soul and bowed down to the Baphomet. Something about Cat Williams. He was telling the truth, but you was bowed down to the Baphomet. You was showing your allegiance. That necklace, that cape. If it's the necklace, it's the cake. If it's not the cake, it's the necklace. You bow down to the Illuminati and your soul and bow to the Baphomet. Mm-mm. Whoa. Pay attention, people. You see this? Y'all's Karate exposed this. Come on. That guy tells the truth, I give him that. But this, we already said about the cape, the necklace, oh, the black. We already said about both of them. But this, whoa, cat. Wow. That star. Pay attention to that star. Like, wow. Wow, this is what they do. If you want to be higher and be on the Jimmy Fallon show, oh, you got to put on a dress. We have to demasculate you. We don't want all this black masculinity. That's a no-go. Kofi and Xavier was victims. Oh, you gonna be looking beautiful, or stuff like that. They hate so-called black masculinity. They really do. Then I remember on the interview, he said he was against it, but he had to get used to it. It was something he said, but you with them the whole entire time. That right there, you got caught in lie. You say you're against the Illuminati, but you're with the Illuminati to serve them, to bow down to the Baphomet. Come on. It was an interview in the 2000s talking about that there okay, it's his turn, you know. Wow, you had to freaking bow down. See, said along with Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley, they got Bernie Mac. They got her. And now there's a possibility that Tiffany Haddish is Kel Mitchell, is what I had heard. Mm-mm-mm. So I'm going to get on the next topic, and I will change the title. Okay. Because I'm just going to take Ross Jackson's side. Quentin Jackson, it was Rampage Jackson's Eliza named Nakia Jackson, grandparent Charles Jackson. I had to take Rampage Jackson's son's side. Fellows fellow wrestler who stopped Rosa Jackson's attack on Soda speak out he would have killed him. Okay. Stuart Smith, the California-based independent wrestler known as Stu, will have a difficulty recovering ahead after sustaining several injuries to his head, according to the latest update from his brother Andrew Smith. The following spot took a turn for worse at Nakon Pro Wrestling event Saturday night when a longtime wrestler was allegedly beaten by a mixed martial artist, Rosa Jackson. The video of the now for incident captured live on Jackson's Kick stream this past weekend, showing Jackson picking up and slamming a wrestler. You see, you don't want to mess with a so-called black man. He's stronger than your kind, cracker. The impact of Smith's head colliding with the canvas appeared to knock Smith unconscious before Jackson punched him in the face and undefended 23 times. The alleged assault appears to stem with a counter between Smith and Jackson that was also called in the live stream earlier in the day. Smith was working in character back to oppose Jackson, who he thought he was also a wrestler. He ain't no wrestler. He's an MMA fighter, just like his daddy Rampage Jackson. And they exchanged words before Smith smashed a beer can on Jackson's head. That wasn't part of the plan. Later in the live stream, they apologized multiple times to each other for the misunderstanding. That was part of the plan. That's right, Waja Jackson, because they did not tell Waja Jackson that that cracker was going to get hit. Jackson, the son of the former UFC light heavyweight champion Clinton Race was restrained by a handful of wrestlers as the incident unfolded. One of them was Douglas Mullen, who has since spoken out to share more details on the ceiling of broadcast. I had to take Waja's side. I just got done with my match. I just sprung up, took the heat, and did this. Marlo said, then I got whispered by somebody and said, hey, something not right. I might need you to go out there and check this a scenario. This guy going to do a spot. And when does the spot happen? We will let you know. You want to let me know, but you're not telling me when the cue is. They should have had talked to Washa. Why y'all did not tell the brother about the spot in the queue? That was a botch. You want to let me know, but you're not telling me when the queue is, when the spot's supposed to happen. You're just going to let me know just in case. So I'm stuck for rating this queue. I walk up to somebody with the radio, hey, talk to the back. When do you guys want me to go? What's happening? I was informed about the big incident. Yeah. That you did not tell Raja. Shortly before that, they told me they made up shook hands and hug it out multiple times, so it was going to be fine. Just wanted to make sure. I see the slam, I see the first one, second plus, and then I have got people in front of me. I just moved, and I kind of wish I would have spun on the slam. I just went in there and stopped first because I was shocked. I saw Stu, I saw the punches. It felt like slow motion. I think you would have killed him, Marlo have. I promise you would have killed him. Or it could have been a sacrifice. Who knows? The disturbing incident is currently under investigation by Los Angeles Police Department. Now it's a Pro Wrestling Academy, a WWE AID affiliate school operated by WWE Hall of Fame Rock Casey calls Jackson accidents, arrangements, and injuries in a statement released Sunday. See, they did not tell Wasser the plan. That was a setup right there. You know how them crackers are. And Rakisi, you should have taken Wasser job because you got some melanin in you. I'm just keeping it a thing. Marlaw said Smith received immediate CPR after the last attack, resulting in him being stretched out of the venue by paramedics. Marlon claimed to try to go after Jackson afterwards, but lost him in a whirlwind-like scene. Y'all didn't tell him. Broken facial bones, and from what I'm hearing, missing team has no recollection of what happened. And currently, Marlowe said of Smith's condition of as a ball cosmical, even if the people closest now was disassociated, they won't have even pour out of the full story. Dude is pretty F up. I will put it this way. What happened Saturday is he choked his own teeth and blood, and a lot of teeth were lost. Broken facial bones. You know how those crackers are. Them crackers get it the worst. And he was out of slam, and then the guy had made contact multiple times. I remember saying that kind of being in the sock that I was just wanting in. There were other people in the ring that could have got involved, made eye contact, but they just stayed by the stage. I'm sorry to Stu and that people that were happy that were your friends and let this happen. Jackson could be throughout the Knox Pro Wrestling show on Saturday, making repeat comments to his kick string, alluding to the violence he planned to inflict on Smith. See, I'm telling you, man, you let the new Jack out of Ross Jackson. It kind of reminded me of that massive trans incident with that cracker Eric that lied about his age, and he was an unexperienced wrestler. And Devon, oh, my brother testified, was there. Because it was him and Mustafa against Devon Dudley. And it's probably also Rodden, I'm not sure. But they bring this that ugly ass cracker who is 17 lied that he was like 20 2 or something like that. Come on. And that cracker got. And yeah, he was blood sacrifice. And sued ECW and New Jack. Yeah, Jackson could be throughout pro wrestling so Saturday, making peeking into his kitchen, alluding to the violence he planned to fix him. They told me to hit him and just leave. Someone will pull me off and we'll leave. Jackson said on the stream, but I'm telling you, I'm going to hit him as many times as I can watch. Smith's brother Andrew has provided updates on social media since the incident late Monday. Andrew revealed that his brother has regained consciousness but was fall out of the woods. You see, you let the New Jack. See, what you saw, Cracker, was New Jack that was inside Raza's body. He was going New Jack on that Cracker, like New Jack did to that Cracker on the what was the Man's Transit pay-per-view back in '97. Wow, you don't wanna get in a ring with a so-called black man if you're a Cracker, because we will beat you in and everything, and you will have a problem with it. I'm talking about in real life. Come on, I did it before. With a hillbilly. Andrew Smith said, "Good evening. Stewart is resting since he sustained several injuries to the head, and he's purely conscious and able to talk and but with how difficult recovery he had. With all the media and social media attention, it's been hard to get back to everyone. Stewart Smith appreciates all the love and support. He loves wrestling, his wrestling family, and all his fans. And support his wrestling has been a huge part of his life and lives to put on a performance. He's also just a regular." A guy with a life and family outside the ring. His wife has been used up a GoFundMe for those wishing to donate. We appreciate the support during the difficult time. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna leave the last 3 paragraphs. Stu is resting since he sustained several injuries to the head. He is currently conscious and able to talk, but he will have difficulty recovery. Where all the media and social media attention has been hard to get back to everyone. Stewart Smith appreciate all the love and support. He loves wrestling, his wrestling family, and his fans. Wrestling has been a big, huge part of his life and lives up to put up a performance. He also just a regular guy with a life and family outside of him. We appreciate all their support during this difficult time. Thank you. We're going to get to the racist part. Hold on. A military veteran, Smith joined Knox Pro Wrestling in 2009 after he retired from his service. Smith has in previous promotional material that he suffers from PTSD, related to wrestling in an outlet and the way to readjust to civilian life. Wow. I wonder those crackers was racist towards Raja. Ain't just the plan. I think they did some racist stuff on Raja. And Rikishi didn't do a damn thing about it unless, you know how those crackers, you know how they do. Eric's and Goten C do. I'm telling you, man. See, you gotta be careful of these white wrestlers, especially the independent ones, because they racist, just like the mainstream white wrestlers, mainstream cracker wrestlers, independent cracker wrestlers, and so on. 1, 2, 3. Be careful. 3, and one of them is recover. I think that's the cracker down the mat. That's had to be that cracker Douglas, and also that cracker Circle Stew. That gotta be him. No, that's Douglas. the cracker with the pink hair. So that's no. This is Stu the cracker got his ass whooped by a neo-Maryland being a god. hmm You know, it had to be some racial slurs. That's why he went all out. It was something that they freaking did to him to make him go like what New Jack did. Because New Jack dealt with a lot of racism before. I am not freaking playing. Mm-mm-mm. I'm telling you what I freaking know. hmm So I'm about to end the stream. Power to the people. I'm about to play my outro for the culture, alright? I'm out.
Name.